What's up, YouTube? It's Wrestling Giant here. I'm here to bring some next-gen NBA 2K21 content. I know we're used to seeing some Warzone on this channel, but I figured I'd bring you something a little bit different today. I have a center build for you that I haven't seen on YouTube anywhere, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So, first thing is we're going to move on over to features. And we're going to come on over, get our build started. As you can see, I named it Giannis Antetokounmpo because I believe this is my Giannis-esque build. Plays a lot like Giannis. Shoots a little bit better than Giannis, but still, it's a pretty amazing all-around center build. So we're going to make him a center. Handedness doesn't matter. I prefer right-hand players, and the number doesn't matter. But I will make him a 34, just to fall in line with the whole Giannis theme. Now, for height, we're going to bring it to 2.07 meters. And that equals out to be about a little bit under 6 foot 9.5 inches. And weight, you're going to bring that all the way down. And wingspan, you're going to move that to 2.24 meters, which is a little bit over 7 foot 4 inches, just a hair over. Body shape really doesn't matter. I prefer to actually go with defined. I tried burly, I tried built. On all my other builds, I really did not like it. I thought they felt slow. Might have been just a personal feeling, but I just felt like they felt really slow. So we're gonna go with defined. And one thing that's, well, a lot of things that's great about this build is that it can shoot well, finishes strong, has a little bit of playmaking, and it defends well and has a great badge spread, as you'll see. So close shot, we're not going to touch that. You don't really need that unless you're forcing up a lot of shots in the paint, but only time I ever do that is if I'm going for layups and dunks. So you're going to move your layup all the way up, your driving dunk all the way up, your standing dunk all the way up, and your post control, you're going to bump that up to a 38. And that should leave you with 22 badge points for finishing. With shooting, we're going to move our mid-range shot all the way up to 84. Our three-point shot's going to go all the way up to 82. And free throw, we're going to bring up to a 65. So as you can see, it has really good attributes for shooting for being this height. The free throw is a little iffy, but if you know your free throw shot, 65 is more than enough. 15 badge points is good enough for shooting in this game. Pass accuracy, we're going to go on playmaking. Bring that up to an 83. With ball handle, we're going to bring that all the way up to a 71. And speed with ball, we're going to bring that all the way up to a 72, which leaves us with 21 badge points in playmaking. And having 72 speed with ball means that at 96 overall, we get Hall of Fame quick first step, which is pretty phenomenal for center build, I say. Interior defense, we don't need to touch. I feel like that's pretty useless this year, to be honest, and it costs so much against your overall cap that it's not worth bumping up. Perimeter, we're going to bring it all the way up to a 78. That way we can have clamps at 97 overall. Steal, we're going to max all the way out. Block, we're going to max all the way out. And then both of our reboundings, we're going to max all the way out. And that will leave us with 26 defensive badge points. For speed, we're going to go all the way up. Acceleration all the way. Strength, we're going to bring it to a 62. Reason being, we can have gold brick wall then. I use a lot of brick wall when I play. We like to run a lot of screens, so brick wall is important. And vertical all the way to 86, and stamina will go up to an 88. So as you can see, this build is strong in pretty much all aspects, it has pretty good physicals. So that's why I think this build is phenomenal. We're going to move on to takeovers. I went with finishing moves, which is I feel is pretty good. And then I went with spot up precision. You have plenty of options, though. You have playmaking options, you have rebounding options. A lot of people like limitless range, but I just prefer spot up precision. And then we're going to complete the build. And it is a playmaking 3-level score. And you see a lot of builds on YouTube that are playing 3-level scores. Those are all like 6'8" power forwards. And the thing that makes this build is so unique is that when you switch back over to the Imperial system after you make the build, when you check your player card, they have him build as 6'10", even though he's 6'9.5". So that's kind of cool that you're a so-called 6'10" center, but you have like all the attributes of a 6'9" player. So I thought that was pretty neat about this. And we are going to move on to our badges. Also, if anyone is wondering where I got this face scan for Giannis, in case you're looking to make a Giannis build, I got it from a YouTube user named Skillsy. He has a video up, and I can link that video in the description. So we're going to test the build, and we will get our badges all set. Badges are personal preference. Of course, there are better badges than others in this game, but everything that I go with here is not something that you have to go with. You can tweak it a little bit, however you may need to. So finishing badges, what I go with is I go with Hall of Fame Acrobat, Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher, Hall of Fame Posterizer, and Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher. And then I go with Gold Rise Up, and I don't go with Hall of Fame on that because I watched a video from NBA2K Tutes. You may be familiar with him. He does a lot of badge test videos and attribute videos on 2K21 Next Gen. I'll link his channel in the description as well. He does phenomenal videos, but we go with Gold Rise Up because his studies have showed that that is the most bang for your buck on that badge. And then you have 3 badge upgrades left. Most certainly put one on Put Back Boss. That enables you to have more chance of getting put back dunk animations on offense rebounds, which I personally like to go for those because I find it pretty entertaining when I get a monster put back on someone's miss. And then Highlight Film I feel like is a good one to have. It's never bad to have a badge that boosts your takeover meter. And then the last one, a Lob City Finisher. I just feel like having a little bit extra help on finishing those lobs is nice. So that is how I set up my badges for finishing. And we are going to move on to shooting next. And like I said, with 15, that is more than enough to shoot with. So we're going to go with gold blinders. We're going to go with gold catch and shoot. But if you're looking to save on badge points, you can go with silver. The jump from silver to gold is not that much, according to a video that I saw by NBA2kTutes. Gold or silver is just fine. Like I said, if you're looking to save on badge points, you can go with silver. I personally am going to go with gold. Corner specialist, you can go with gold. And then Hot Zone Hunter, you can go with gold. So you have 3 upgrades left. NBA2K2 just did a video on Deadeye where it didn't seem to me that it really had much of an effect on lowering contests at all, and it seemed really spotty on when it activated or not. I know he's getting ready to ramp up and set out a video that has more in detail statistics about Deadeye, and when that comes out, maybe I can make a conclusion on it. But for now, I don't think it's necessary. You could go Green Machine. You go with Hot Shot. Hot Shot's nice for takeover meter. I personally, as a little goof, it's kind of like a little inside joke with my friends. I like Fade Ace. Nobody ever plays in the post. Every year I try to make a post player. This by no means is a post player, but my joke is that I think Fade Ace would be a fun badge to go with. In all seriousness, I think Hot Shot would probably be your best bet here. So that's how I'd set up my shooting badges. As for playmaking, Hall of Fame, you of course have to go quick first step when you unlock that. Quick first step Hall of Fame. And then there's a whole plethora of gold badges here. We're going to go with Gold Bullet Passer, Gold Space Creator, Gold Tight Handles, Gold Unpluckable, and then we're going to go with Silver Handle for Days and Needle Threader. And then, according to NBA 2K Lab, I watched a YouTube video on Bailout, and with this pass accuracy that we have, all you need is Bronze Bailout to be sufficient at passing out of shots. If you're looking to maybe do a little ice on this build, you could always swap around some badges to bump up Handle for Days a little bit just to help with the fatigue, but that's not what I'm looking to do. So this is how I would set up my playmaking badges if I was playing as the 5. You can even look at putting on Dimer, maybe to help with passive teammates. Downhill you could, but if you're playing as a big man, you're not really going to need it per se, because you're not really going to be taking the ball up in transition a lot. Break starter would be fine as well, but from my playing experiences, I've never needed break starter with the pass accuracy that I have. Everything, all the passes are pretty accurate on outlet passes. So that's how I'd set up my playmaking badges. And when it comes to defense, 26 badge upgrades is phenomenal. So there's a lot of flexibility here. What I personally would do would go Hall of Fame Box, Hall of Fame Intimidator, Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, Hall of Fame Rim Protector, and then Gold Brick Wall. I know a lot of people don't use Brick Wall, so you could save those points and use them elsewhere. I'd also do Gold Interceptor, just 'cause I like to play the passing lanes a lot. Silver Clamps, depending on your matchup, and I know it's hard going to Rex, you can't tell what your matchup is, but if you know your matchup does not is not going to be a center who dribbles a lot, or maybe somebody who stands on wing dribbles a lot, you do not need clamps that much. It will help a lot though on switch situations if you need to switch. Say the other team's running a lot of picks, so it doesn't hurt to put it on. Silver, I think that'd be more than enough. And then 2 badge upgrades left. I'd say bronze ankle braces, because it's never a bad idea to have something to help save you from getting your ankles taken by a point guard. I don't know if bronze is enough or not. I've never seen any conclusive evidence on it, so I feel like bronze has been good on all the builds I've used before. I think that'd be good. And then bronze chase down to help activate those chase down blocks. So this is how I'd set up my defensive badges. And like I said earlier, of course, this is all personal preference. You can always change around as much as you want. And then stick with that. So, in conclusion, we're going to put this video to wraps here pretty soon. The pros of this build is that you gain a half an inch by doing the imperial system, or by doing the metric system, and you still get all the dribbles that you would when you're 6'9", all the layups, all that stuff, the dunks. The only problem is that since your build is 6'10" in the game, you don't get the quick jump shots. That's one of the big cons of this, is that you don't get the fast jump shots. You don't get big man contact dunks or packages, which to me, I don't really think they're all that great, but some people do. But the big con is that you have the slow jump shots. What I use for jump shot is I use Dante Exum base with Giannis Antetokounmpo release, and that has been just fine for me. Put on the fast setting, that has been just fine for me. Without a meter, I've been green, no problem. Doesn't seem that slow, it seems pretty fast. But the pros of this build is that you're almost 6'10". You have good playmaking. You're fast. The badge spread here is just as good as some of those demigod power forwards we see. And this build would be fun for Park, Rec, or Pro-Am. You could easily play the 4 or the 5 in Rec and Pro-Am. I made this build so I could run the 5, and I have used it a little bit, and I had a great time with it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Maybe you'll find use in making this build. Maybe somebody out there will make this build. If you'd like to see more NBA 2K21 Next Gen content, please leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.